Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris.
And I'm Emma. If you're here, that means you're serious about improving your English, and we love that.
Exactly. And today's lesson is going to be a game changer because we're talking about something that frustrates so many learners, sounding natural in English.
Let's be honest. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you study, you still sound a little off? Maybe you've got the vocabulary, maybe your grammar is solid, but something just isn't clicking when you speak?
Oh yeah, and you're definitely not alone. Millions of learners struggle with this. It's like you're saying the words, but they don't come out quite the way native speakers would say them.
And that can be super frustrating, right? It can make you feel self conscious or even nervous to speak.
But don't worry, because today we're going to fix that. We'll break down three essential areas where English learners struggle: greetings, ordering food and drinks, and casual goodbyes. These are the everyday situations where you want to sound natural and confident.
And then we're diving into the two biggest mistakes that are stopping you from sounding like a native speaker. And of course, we'll show you exactly how to fix them.
By the end of this lesson, you'll have practical, real world strategies that will make your English flow naturally, so you can speak with confidence whether you're at a coffee shop, chatting with friends, or meeting someone new.
And the best part? You can start using these tips immediately. Seriously, by the end of this video, you'll be able to apply what you've learned in real conversations.
So, before we jump in, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button if you're excited to take your English to the next level. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a lesson.
All right, let's get started. The very first thing you say in a conversation is your greeting. So let's talk about how to do that naturally.
All right, let's kick things off with the first thing you say in any conversation: greetings. Now, this might seem simple, right? But here's the thing: a lot of learners actually get greetings wrong.
Yeah, and it's not because they don't know English, but because they've been taught greetings that sound too formal, too robotic, or just not how people actually talk in real life.
Exactly. So today we're going to fix that. We'll look at the greeting mistakes that make you sound unnatural, how native speakers really greet each other, and then we'll do a fun interactive challenge to make sure you can use these phrases yourself.
All right, let's start with the biggest greeting mistake, sounding too formal.
Have you ever said hello, how do you do, or good day, sir, to someone? Be honest.
Yeah, if you have, don't worry, you're not alone. A lot of learners are taught these phrases in textbooks, but guess what? Native speakers almost never use them in daily life.
Exactly. How do you do is something you might hear in the old British movies or at a very formal business event. But if you say this to a friend, they're probably going to look at you like, huh?
And good day, sir. Okay, unless you're in a Shakespeare play or pretending to be a Victorian gentleman, just don't use it.
So what should you say instead? Well, let's talk about how native speakers actually greet each other.
All right, so if you walk up to a friend, a coworker, or even someone you just met, instead of saying, "Hello, how are you?" Try these. "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, a much more natural way to say hello is, hey, how's it going? Or what's up? If it's a friend, you can even just say, yo.
And if you're meeting someone for the first time, you can say, "Hey, nice to meet you." Or just, "Hey, how have you been?"
Let's do a quick role play so you can hear how this sounds.
Okay, imagine we run into each other on the street. Chris, you go first.
Emma, hey, what's up?
"Hey, Chris, not much, just heading to grab a coffee. How about you?"
See how natural that is? No awkward good day to you. Just smooth, natural English.
And let's do one for a formal setting, like a work meeting.
Hey, Emma, how's your day going?
"Pretty good, thanks. How about you?"
So even in a formal situation, we still keep it simple. No, how do you do? Just how's your day going? Or how have you been?
All right, now let's test your skills.
Okay, here's your challenge. We're going to put a greeting on the screen, and you need to change it to sound more natural. Ready?
All right, first one. "Hello, how do you do?" What would you say instead?
If you said, hey, how's it going? Nice job. That's way more natural. Next one. Good day, sir.
If you said, hey there, or what's up, you're on the right track.
Awesome. All right, here's your final challenge. Leave a comment below and tell us your favorite way to say hello. We'll check your answers and reply.
All right, now that we've mastered greetings, let's move on to the next big thing ordering food and drinks the right way. Because believe it or not, a lot of learners make simple mistakes that can make them sound unnatural.
All right, so now that you've got greetings down, let's move on to something super practical ordering food and drinks. This is something you do all the time, right? But a lot of learners actually make simple mistakes when they try to order in English.
Yeah, and the problem is that some phrases sound too direct, too robotic, or just not how native speakers actually order.
So today we're going to fix that. We'll talk about common mistakes, we'll go over how to order naturally, and then we'll do a fun interactive challenge to make sure you feel comfortable ordering anywhere.
Okay, so let's start with the biggest mistake sounding too demanding.
Yeah! A lot of learners will walk into a coffee shop or restaurant and say something like, I want a coffee. Now, technically, this is correct, but it sounds way too direct.
Right. In English, we tend to be a little softer and more polite when we order, even in casual situations.
So instead of saying, I want a coffee, a much more natural way to order is to say, can I get a coffee? Or could I have a coffee, please?
Yeah. Adding please at the end is a really easy way to sound more polite and natural.
And here's another mistake using full textbook sentences like, imagine someone walks up to the counter and says,
Excuse me, I would like to purchase a medium sized coffee with milk, please.
okay, that's way too formal. A native speaker would just say, can I get a medium coffee with milk? That's it. Short, simple, and natural.
Exactly. Now, let's break down how native speakers actually order food and drinks.
All right, so when you order, think of it like a three-step formula. First, get their attention. Second, make your request. And third, say, thank you.
So, let's say you walk into a coffee shop. Instead of saying, I want a cappuccino, try this.
Step 1, hi there. This gets their attention. Step 2, can I get a cappuccino, please? This makes your request. Step 3, thanks. This wraps it up in a polite way.
Yeah, and if you want to sound even more natural, you can add a little extra. Like, hey, can I get a cappuccino? Oh, and could you make it extra hot? Thanks.
Perfect. It sounds relaxed and natural, like a real conversation. And this formula works at restaurants too. Let's say you're ordering food at a burger place. Instead of saying, I want a burger and fries, try this. Hi, could I get a cheeseburger with fries, please? And if they ask, would you like anything else? You can say, yeah, can I add a soda to that?
Awesome. All right, let's do some real life role plays so you can hear this in action.
Okay, so I'll be the barista, and Emma will be the customer. Ready?
Hey there, can I get a medium latte, please?
Sure. Would you like any sugar in that?
No sugar, but can you make it with almond milk?
Of course. Anything else?
Nope, that's all. Thanks.
Perfect. See how natural that sounds?
Yeah, no, I want or I would like to purchase. Just smooth, easy English.
All right, now it's your turn. We're going to put some sentences on the screen, and you need to make them sound more natural. Ready?
First one, I want a black coffee. How would you say it in a more natural way? If you said, can I get a black coffee, please? Nice job.
Next one. Give me a cheeseburger with fries. If you said, could I get a cheeseburger with fries, please? You nailed it.
Awesome. All right. Now leave a comment below and tell us what you usually order when you go out to eat.
All right, now that you've mastered ordering food and drinks, let's talk about something just as important. How to end a conversation naturally. Because believe it or not, a lot of learners struggle with this.
Yeah, Have you ever felt awkward at the end of a conversation? Maybe you weren't sure how to say goodbye? Or maybe you said something too formal or unnatural, and the other person just looked at you weirdly.
Exactly. So today we're going to fix that. We'll talk about common mistakes, how native speakers actually say goodbye, and we'll even do some fun role play exercises so you can hear how it's done.
All right, let's start with the biggest mistake sounding too formal.
Okay, let's imagine you're hanging out with friends, and when it's time to leave, you say, "Goodbye, my friend. I wish you a pleasant evening." Now, does that sound natural?
Ha ha ha. No way. That sounds way too formal. Like something from a Shakespeare play or an old English novel.
Right. And another mistake is saying farewell. I mean, unless you're in a dramatic movie scene, native speakers almost never say that in daily conversations.
Yeah, and even just saying goodbye on its own can sound a little stiff or distant. It's fine in a business setting, but in casual conversations, there are way better options.
Okay, so what should you say instead? Let's talk about how native speakers really say goodbye.
All right, so if you're talking to a friend or someone you know well, instead of saying goodbye, try these.
See you later. Catch you later. Take care. See ya. Talk to you soon.
And if you're leaving a group of friends, you can say, all right, guys, I gotta go. See you later. I'm heading out. Catch you later. See you next time.
These all sound way more natural and are used all the time by native speakers.
And what if you're in a more professional setting? Let's say you're leaving a meeting at work. You wouldn't say, see ya, to your boss, right?
No, definitely not. In that case, you'd want to say something a little more formal, like, "All right, have a great rest of your day. It was great catching up. Talk soon. Take care. See you at the next meeting."
Perfect. Now let's hear these in action with some real conversation examples.
All right, so I'll be the friend, and Emma will be the one leaving. Ready?
Hey, Chris, I gotta head out. Catch you later.
All right, see you later. Take care.
Nice. Now let's do one for a work situation. Chris, you be the coworker, and I'll be leaving the office.
All right, Emma. I think that wraps up the meeting for today.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for your time. Have a great rest of your day.
Perfect. That's exactly how native speakers do it.
All right, now it's your turn. We're going to put some goodbye phrases on the screen, and you need to make them sound more natural. Ready?
First one. Goodbye, my friend. I wish you a pleasant evening. What's a more natural way to say this?
If you said, all right, take care, see you later. Nice job.
Next one. Farewell, sir.
If you said, see you soon, or talk to you later, that's the way to go.
Awesome. All right, now leave a comment below and tell us your favorite way to say goodbye.
All right. Now that we've covered the basics of natural conversations, let's talk about a small but powerful tool that native speakers use all the time fillers.
Yes. Fillers are those little words or sounds we use in conversations to buy time, show emotion, or make our speech sound more natural.
And guess what? Using fillers the right way can actually make you sound more fluent. But the key is knowing which fillers to use and when. So, what exactly are fillers? Well, they're words or sounds like, well, you know, I mean, like, and so, that help connect ideas while keeping the conversation flowing.
And the great thing is, native speakers use fillers all the time. They make conversations sound more relaxed and less robotic.
Yeah, imagine two different people answering the same question. What did you do last weekend?
I went to the park. I had a picnic. It was fun.
Oh, well, I went to the park and, we had a little picnic. It was actually really fun.
See the difference? The second one sounds way more natural because of fillers like well, and actually.
All right, let's go over some of the most common fillers and how to use them like a native speaker.
Well, used when you're thinking or about to explain something. Example. Well, I guess I'd say my favorite food is sushi.
You know, helps to involve the listener, like saying, you understand? Example, it was, a really amazing trip.
I mean, used to clarify or rephrase something. Example, I liked the movie, but the ending was weird.
Like, common in casual speech to introduce examples or thoughts. Example, it was like the best day ever.
So, often used to start a sentence or transition between ideas. Example, so, what should we do next?
Now, a quick tip. Fillers are great, but don't overuse them. Too many fillers can make you sound unsure.
All right, now let's practice. We'll say a sentence without fillers, and you'll add a natural sounding filler to make it flow better. Ready?
First one, I had a great weekend. How would you make this more natural?
If you said, I had a great weekend. Great job.
Next one, it was an interesting movie.
If you said, well, it was an interesting movie, but kind of long, that sounds much better.
Awesome. Now, tell us in the comments, what's a filler word you hear a lot in English?
All right. Now that we've learned how to use fillers naturally, let's talk about another important skill that can make your English sound much more fluent: expanding your vocabulary.
Yes. One of the most common things that makes someone sound like a learner rather than a native speaker is repeating the same words over and over.
And don't worry, it's totally normal. A lot of learners get comfortable using certain words like good, nice, big, bad, happy, but English has so many ways to express ideas. So today we're going to help you break out of that pattern.
That's right. We'll go over why it's important to vary your vocabulary, how native speakers do it, and some easy ways you can start using new words every day.
Okay, so let's start with why this matters. Imagine you're describing a movie you watched, and you say, it was good, the actors were good, the story was good, I had a good time.
Yeah, that's a lot of good.
Exactly. When you use the same word repeatedly, your speech sounds less interesting, and honestly, it makes it harder for the listener to understand the full meaning of what you're saying.
But now, listen to this. The movie was fantastic. The actors were so talented, and the story was really engaging. I had an amazing time watching it.
Whoa, that sounds so much better because you're using a variety of words.
So, how do native speakers naturally vary their vocabulary? Well, here are 3 easy strategies you can start using today.
Synonyms and alternatives. Instead of always saying good, try amazing, fantastic, brilliant, great, or wonderful.
Using more specific words, instead of saying big, try words that describe the size in detail, like huge, massive, enormous, or gigantic.
Learning words in context. Instead of memorizing long word lists, learn words in real life sentences so you actually know when and how to use them.
All right, let's put this into practice.
I'm going to say a simple sentence, and I want you to improve it by using more interesting words. Ready?
First one, the food was good. How would you make this sound better? If you said the food was delicious or that meal was incredible, great job.
Next one. It's very cold outside. If you said it's freezing outside or it's absolutely frigid today, that's exactly what native speakers would say.
Awesome. Now, tell us in the comments, what's one word you use a lot and what's a new word you can try instead?
All right. Now that you have a stronger vocabulary, let's wrap up everything we've learned today and talk about your next steps. Wow. We've covered a lot in this lesson. And if you've made it this far, congratulations. You're already taking the right steps to sound more natural and fluent in English.
Absolutely. Let's do a quick recap of what we learned today.
First, we talked about greetings, how to start conversations naturally instead of sounding robotic or too formal.
Then we covered ordering food and drinks, learning how to make requests in a way that sounds smooth and polite.
Next, we tackled casual goodbyes, how to end conversations like a native speaker without sounding awkward.
And of course, we explored how to use fillers the right way, so you can pause naturally without overusing and
Finally, we learned how to expand your vocabulary to avoid repeating the same words over and over.
That's a lot of progress in one lesson.
But here's the thing, learning these tips is just the first step. Now, you need to put them into action.
That's right. The only way to truly improve is to practice using these techniques in real conversations.
So here's our final challenge for you. In the comments, tell us one tip from today's lesson that you're going to start using right away.
Maybe you'll start saying, "Hey, how's it going?" instead of, "Hello, how do you do?"
Or maybe you'll start replacing good with words like fantastic or amazing.
Whatever it is, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this lesson helpful. It really helps our channel.
And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a lesson.
Oh, and one last thing. We've created a free PDF with today's key phrases, examples, and practice exercises. The link is in the description. Go grab it now.
All right, that's it for today. Keep practicing, keep improving, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.
Bye. See you in the next podcast.